All right, everybody, happy Sunday. And I am going to do a walkthrough of the August 10th Clues by Sam. So today we've got 4 columns and 5 rows. The first row has Amy the coder, Barb the teacher, Clyde the cop, and Dennis, the coder. Row 2 is going to be Eric the painter, Flora the teacher, Gary the builder, and Hilda the builder. Row 3 is Isaac the painter, Karen the judge, Logan the clerk, and Mary the guard. And for row 4, it is Nancy the clerk, Olive the judge, Paul the cop, and Ruth the guard. Row 5 is Tyler the painter, Vince the judge, Wally the guard, and finally Xena the coder, who also has our first clue for us. And this clue is Barb has no innocent neighbors in column C. So Barb is B1, and that means she has 2 neighbors in column C. Clyde in C1 and Gary in C2. So both of those have to be criminals, because there are no innocent neighbors for Barb in column C. Alright, so Clyde gives us the clue Mary has only 1 innocent neighbor, and Mary is over in D3. Gary gives us the clue both criminals below Dennis are connected. So, taken together, that is, well, actually just from Gary's clue C2, both criminals below Dennis are connected, we would know that Mary has to be a criminal, because if there are 2 criminals in column D, and that are below Dennis and they are connected, Mary has to be one of them. And so Mary is going to tell us that Dennis has more criminal neighbors than Tyler. So we can't solve this one just yet, so let's circle back to Mary has only 1 innocent neighbor, and cross-reference that with Gary's clue of both criminals below Dennis are connected. So, from this we know Mary has to have a criminal neighbor, and it's going to be either Hilda or Ruth. But that also means that either Hilda or Ruth is innocent. And if Mary only has 1 innocent neighbor, then her other 2 neighbors, Logan the clerk and Paul the cop over in C3 and C4, have to be criminals. So, Logan gives us the clue there's an odd number of innocent judges, while Paul the cop gives us the clue Wally has more criminal neighbors than Dennis. So, odd number of innocent judges. There are 3 judges on this particular lineup, and all of them are in column B. We've got, so B3, B4, and B5, Karen, Olive, and Vince. So if there's an odd number of innocent judges, that means there are going to be either 3 innocent judges or exactly 1 innocent judge, because every other possibility would be an even number of innocent judges, including 0. 0 is considered even in this game, which is important to remember. So Wally has more criminal neighbors, than Dennis. Wally is in C5, Dennis is up in D1, and we also know Dennis has more criminal neighbors than Tyler, who's over in A5. So let's see if we can break this down a bit. So right now, Dennis has 2 criminal neighbors revealed. So if Dennis has more criminal neighbors than Tyler, what that means when both of them have 3 neighbors is that Tyler cannot have more than 2 criminal neighbors. And if Dennis ends up having only 2 criminal neighbors, then Tyler can only have 1 criminal neighbor. And then let's see, Wally has more criminal neighbors than Dennis. So right now, Wally has one revealed criminal neighbor and one revealed innocent neighbor out of 5 total criminal neighbors. So, in theory, Wally could have a total of 4 criminal neighbors. And if Dennis has 3 criminal neighbors, he would have to have all 4 criminal neighbors. Then that would give, by necessity, Tyler 2 criminal neighbors. So that does seem like a possibility here. That said, if Wally has, for example, 3 criminal neighbors, that would mean Dennis has only the 2 revealed and Tyler would only have 1. So let's go back through the other clues to see if we have a different angle we can work. All right, Barb has no innocent neighbors in column C. We have finished that clue. That's the Wally more than Dennis more than Tyler. There's an odd number of innocent judges. Oh, that's potentially interesting because Tyler and Wally both have 2 judges as neighbors. So if there are a total of 3 innocent judges, then that would tell us that Wally would only have 2 criminal neighbors. And that's not possible because Dennis has to have fewer criminal neighbors than Tyler, and if there are 3 innocent judges, they would be tied. They would both have 2 criminal neighbors. So we do now know that there can only be a single innocent judge. So that is important, though. Let's look at the other clues before we see if we can circle back to that. Both criminals below Dennis are connected. We still don't know whether it's Hilda or whether it's Ruth, though, actually, let's think about this for a second. If Hilda is innocent and Ruth is a criminal, that is going to affect the lineup here because that would put Dennis at 2 criminal neighbors. That would give Wally at least 2 criminal neighbors, and then one of the judges would be a criminal neighbor. And if only one of those, it could be either Olive or Vince. We don't have enough information at this point. But if we've got at least 1 criminal and 1 innocent, then Nancy would have to be innocent so that Tyler could have fewer criminal neighbors than Dennis. If we walk through this and say that Hilda is guilty and Ruth is innocent, that would mean that for Wally to have 4 criminal neighbors, he would not be able to have enough criminal neighbors to outnumber Dennis, even with both Olive and Vince being guilty. So, from that, we can figure out, okay, so yes, Ruth is the criminal and Hilda is the innocent. Ruth does not have a new clue for us. Hilda is now telling us that Xena and Nancy have 2 innocent neighbors in total. So that is important information. Let's see, Xena is down in D5 in the bottom right-hand corner. So it's possible she could have 1 innocent neighbor. Nancy hasn't had any neighbors revealed yet, but let's get back to the train of logic we were following earlier. So Olive or Vince, one of them is innocent and one of them is guilty, so that Wally can have 3 criminal neighbors, which is 1 more than Dennis. And then if Dennis has more criminal neighbors than Tyler, let's see, either Olive or Vince is 1 criminal neighbor. But since Dennis has 2, Nancy does have to be innocent. Nancy does not have a new clue for us. So now though, let's go ahead and get rid of some of these clues about the relative number of criminal neighbors for Tyler, Wally, and Dennis. Oh yeah, we already finished off Mary only has 1 innocent neighbor, also by revealing Hilda is innocent. And that Gary's clue, both criminals below Dennis are connected. Yes. Okay, so Xena and Nancy have 2 innocent neighbors in total. Because either Olive or Vince has to be innocent, we know that's one of Nancy's innocent neighbors. Also, we know Karen is a criminal. That's right, because if we figured out who the one innocent judge is, we know that Karen, the judge, is a criminal because she is not one of the innocent judges. Right, and so Karen is going to tell us Dennis and Paul have 3 innocent neighbors in total. Okay, so we know Dennis has exactly 1 innocent neighbor. Paul is over here in C4. 1 revealed innocent neighbor, Xena. So that brings us to 2, and then we know either Olive or Vince is going to bring that to 3 innocent neighbors. Therefore, Wally is a criminal, because if he were innocent, that would bring it up to 4, and we know it's 3. So Wally is going to tell us Hilda and I have 2 innocent neighbors in total. Okay, so Wally has 2 innocent neighbors. Xena has been revealed as innocent, and we know either Olive or Vince is going to be innocent. Therefore, Hilda, where is Hilda again? Oh, D2. Hilda can't have any innocent neighbors, so Dennis is a criminal. And Dennis is going to tell us there are a total of 2 innocent coders and judges. Well, we know there's 1 innocent judge, and it's going to be either Olive or Vince. And Xena, the coder, was innocent, so that's already 2. That means Amy, the coder, has to be a criminal. And Amy is telling us there are a total of 4 innocents in rows 4 and 5. Okay, so that means that basically Tyler has to be innocent because Nancy and Xena are both innocent. So that's 2. Olive or Vince, they are in rows 4 and 5, and one of them is going to be innocent, so that's 3. So the only other unrevealed one is Tyler in row 5, so Tyler has to be innocent. Tyler also does not have a new clue for us. So let's look back at Xena and Nancy have 2 innocent neighbors in total. Well, now we know Xena did not have any innocent neighbors, so Nancy has to have 2 innocent neighbors. We've revealed Tyler is innocent, and we know either Olive or Vince is innocent. So Isaac can't be a 3rd innocent neighbor, which means criminal. And now Isaac is telling us there are a total of 2 innocent judges and painters. Well, we already have 1 innocent revealed painter, and again, we know there's 1 innocent judge, and it's either Olive or Vince. So Eric the painter must be a criminal. Okay, this is interesting. There is an odd number of criminals below Barb. Right, so we've got Karen the criminal below Barb. So that's 1. We know either Olive or Vince is going to be a criminal, so that's 2. That means Flora has to be a criminal to bring it to 3, an odd number. And now Flora is telling us Wally and Amy have an equal number of criminal neighbors. Okay, so Amy is up here in the top left corner, 2 revealed criminal neighbors so far. Wally down in C5 is going to have 3 criminal neighbors. 2 have been revealed, and we know a 3rd one will be revealed. So Amy must have 3 criminal neighbors, which means Barb is a criminal. Oh, and now Barb is helpfully telling us there are more criminals in row 4 than row 5. So if Olive is a criminal, that gives us 3 criminals in row 4 and 1 criminal in row 5. If Olive were innocent, that would be 2 and 2, because then Vince would have to be a criminal. So Olive is the criminal, and Vince is an innocent. And now we have solved this Clues by Sam. You probably could have done it in a slightly different order than I did, but yeah, we have now solved it. Thanks for watching and listening.